Hello, love. It's Kat here. Welcome in to today's pick a card reading. I am so grateful and honored to be here with you today, love. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me. All right, love. So for today's readings, we are tapping in to receive messages of guidance and insight around how you can invite more passion into your life. So if this is your first time tuning into a pick a card reading, welcome in, love. How this works is in just a moment I'm going to shuffle this deck here and we are going to draw out 4 cards which will represent 4 individual readings. So we'll do pile 1, pile 2, 3, and 4, and then you will select the card that you're most feeling called towards, and I will have timestamps in the description box down below or chapters on this video, and you can tap on the timestamp or the chapter and it will teleport you directly to the beginning of your reading. All right, love, so let's go ahead and get into it today and let's see what our pile choices are. So I'm going to shuffle the deck. We're using the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck today to make our pile selections around how we can best invite more passion into our lives. And loves, while I'm shuffling, I do want to apologize. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've shared a reading on YouTube. I was not feeling so well for, I think, the first week I was away, and then I was just in recovery and playing catch up this last week. So thank you for your patience and for your support if you were wondering where I've been. All right, so we have pile 1. You don't want to see it just yet. In case you don't want to see what's on the other side, you want to choose intuitively. All right, we have pile 2. Let's see, pile 3. We'll get one more. Pile 4. All right, loves. So if you prefer to pick without seeing, oh, let me get them all in the frame. All right, there we go. So if you prefer to pick without seeing what's on the other side of the card, go ahead and take a moment now to tune in and just select the card that is most calling out to you. All right, loves, if you're ready to see what's on the other side though, you need a little bit more confirmation. Maybe there's a symbol or a number that will just bring it home for you, giving you the guarantee that that is meant to be the card, the pile for you. Let's see what's on the other side. All right, so pile 1, you have 10 with releasing allegiances. 10 releasing allegiances. All right, that's pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 2, you have 37, focus on the light. 37, focus on the light. That's for pile 2. All right, and pile 3, we have number 9. What do you feel? Number 9, what do you feel? All right, that's for pile 3. And pile 4, we have 3 with inspiration. Pile 4, you have 3 with inspiration. All right, loves, so those are our pile choices today for how you can invite more passion into your life, which we will receive deeper insight and guidance upon in your chosen readings. All right, pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. And once again, there are timestamps in the description box down below or on the chapters of this video that you can click on in relation to which pile you have chosen, and it will take you directly to the beginning of your reading, which is where I will meet you. See you there. Hello, love. Welcome into those of you who chose pile 1. So if you were drawn to the first card in our pick a card choices, you chose number 10, releasing allegiances. All right, love, so we are going to set your card choice aside, and we are going to get started by pulling your tarot cards. And we are using the Fairy Tarot today. All right, love. So I am going to shuffle the deck, and then we will pull out your cards and get your messages of guidance to see how you can best invite more passion into your life. So while I'm shuffling the deck, love, if there is anything in your life that has been feeling as though it is without passion, without drive, motivation, go ahead and take a moment now to set the intention to receive guidance around that area of your life for this reading, all right? If there's like a situation you're working through right now that you would like to receive additional guidance on, go ahead and take a moment to just ask those questions and set those intentions, and trust that you will receive the guidance and insight exactly when you are meant to. Alright, so we're going to pull out your cards, and then we will get into your messages. Let's get one more. Alright, okay, there we go. You have 3 more. So I'm going to set those aside because I have a feeling that these go together, okay? So let's see what your tarot are here. So we have Princess of Autumn. She is studious, responsible, cheerful, and mischievous. And she says, happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. Needing a little push to get going. All right. So we also have the 8 of Winter. You have what it takes. If only you believe in yourself, thinking that you're powerless when you are not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. All right, and we also have 3 of Summer. News worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, and friends that you cherish. I can't talk in your reading today. All right, so we need to work on some throat chakra activation. There's always one, and today it's the first one. All right, so we have Queen of Summer, a loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. All right, love, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, I feel like we should get one more card because these go together. So there's something specific there that we're either going to be clarifying with or just an additional message. So let's get one more though to close this part out. Okay, so we have 7 of Autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. All right, love. So let's see what's going on here. So first, we're going to start with releasing allegiances here, because this is setting the tone for your reading, and Spirit's just bringing me to this initially. So in order for you to be able to invite more passion into your life, there is very likely something that you are still holding on to from a previous experience. And now, in connection to your tarot cards here, this is something that is preventing you from pursuing something that you are deeply passionate about already, okay? So what I'm seeing here is you have a passion. There is a deep inner soul truth of something that you were most likely born being passionate about, or you developed a passion around when you were very young, when you were a young child, or very recently. But what I'm seeing here is there's a caveat to it, in that, so I'm saying that it's very likely that this is something you were likely born being passionate about, or you developed a passion around when you were a young child, because it's very likely that you've gotten very far away from this passion because of implications of doubt from others outside of you, or from society, or from yourself, something that you have just taken on and convinced yourself that you are not worthy of being able to pursue or to connect with or make time for in your day-to-day. Okay, now if you don't resonate with the passion, with this experience being something that you're passionate about from childhood, it could be more recent. But it's like when you develop this passion for whatever this is, you started to distance yourself from it because of implications of doubt, implications of lack, just not trusting in yourself and what you truly feel about what it is that you actually want to be connecting with. Okay, so let's go a little deeper. Let's see if we can get a little bit more from your tarot here. Okay, so it's very likely to, with the Princess of Autumn here, that this passion is something that you at one point had hoped would blossom into a career. You had hoped it was something that would support you. And so, you know, as you got older or as you got away from this passion of yours, you started to fully, or okay, so what I'm seeing here, sorry loves. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is as you realized that this wasn't blossoming into a career path for you, you started to distance yourself from this pursuit that brought you a lot of joy, that made you feel excited, that ignited that passion within you, because you started to shift your focus to other things such as more sustainable careers or situations and experiences that would be able to support you financially. And so you started to distance yourself from this true passion of yours, okay? But there is this pull that has never left you to return to what you are longing to practice, to what you're longing to experience and connect with. And it's something that you are so passionate about, something that lives within your soul, lives within your blood and your veins. It's something that calls to you every single day. And the only one that is preventing you from being able to reignite that passion is yourself. And you already know this. You already know this. So your guidance that's coming through for how to invite more passion into your life is to simply pursue what is being asked of you to pursue. You already know what your ultimate passion in life is. For a lot of you, this is going to be some means of creative expression, maybe something in the arts, maybe writing, maybe something with fashion, digital design, something you love to do, maybe something with nature or helping others. All right. But I do see this doubt coming in. You're just like, well, if I allow myself to pursue that, how will I make money? It's not about the money. It's not about the money. Can you separate the overlapping association that what fulfills you has to bring you money with immediacy? Because it doesn't. Once you allow yourself to simply entertain those intuitive pulls to return to what it is that you're passionate about, what's calling you back, something that just brings you so much joy just from pursuing it, just from practicing it, just from thinking about it, and then to actually stepping into actually practicing it and doing it, the money will follow because your energy will be elevated, because you'll actually be embracing and connecting with something that you really love, okay? But the money is only going to come in when you allow yourself to detach from that notion that this passion has to be in alignment with making money, with supporting you in a career path. It's not about that. It's about you just surrendering to the purity of the connection that you share with this practice that you love, that your inner child loved. Can you look at this practice from the lens of your inner child as you reinvite it back into your life? That's the mindset, that's the perspective that is going to help you to re-access this passion this pursuit that has been calling to you every single day ever since you distance yourself from it. All right, let's see what these 3 cards are here. Okay, so we have the Nine of Summer, wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. And then we have 11, strength, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. And then we have 12, awakening, change the way you're looking at it. Oh, change the way you're looking at the situation. Yes, embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. Yes. Okay, I'm hearing that quote that we all know. How does it go? I'm hearing parts of it. So it's like what you're seeking is also seeking you. What you're seeking is also seeking you. So what's coming up around this and with these 3 cards here is it's going to be challenging for you to initiate the path forward, for you to be able to connect with this practice. And for some of you, this may be a person, this may be a relationship that you are seeking to reconnect with, a passionate love affair, passionate friendship. But for most of you, this is a practice, like an arts practice. It's something that you wanted to turn into a career path, but again, you got away from it. You couldn't see a way forward for this passion, this purpose to blossom into a career path, so you got away from it. But you are feeling the call to return to it now, and what's coming through is that it is going to be a bit of a challenge mentally, emotionally, and physically, because you have created this time gap of you distancing yourself from this practice. You have been away from you've been out of practice for quite some time, possibly since childhood. All right, it's almost like I'm seeing the example. You turned 18, went to college, got your degree, started right on the career path that had nothing to do with what you were truly passionate about, what you actually wanted to do. And 10, 20, 30 years have now gone by. But every single day, the whisper, the knock has been there, pushing on your heart, asking you to return to what once truly brought you fulfillment, what brought you true fulfillment, true emotional, mental, and physical fulfillment. And so the return to this practice is going to bring up a lot. It's going to bring up a lot of energy, mentally, emotionally, and there will be that physical resistance to want to turn back away from it. All right. So Spirit's asking you to push through. Push through. All right. Push through the shitty first rough draft. Push through the canvas looking like garbage. All right. Push through having to redo the tutorial for the 500th time. Push through it. Keep working through it. Eventually you will get to a state where the passion you once felt on this path and with this pursuit has fully reignited and returned to your being, mind, body, and soul. All right, so you have to really want this for yourself, and it's something that you do really want for yourself because it keeps knocking, it keeps reminding you, hey, I'm still here, I'm waiting for you, I'm waiting for you to return. All right, but it is going to require you to shift your perspective in terms of how you're looking at this situation, how you're looking at this experience, and what you're expecting to come of it. Throw out your expectations, throw out your assumptions, throw out the doubt, the lack, the disbelief that you have held around this energy about yourself and your connection to this practice, to this pursuit. Throw it all out. Remind yourself why you're returning to this path to begin with. And one thing that's coming up is you are returning to this path, to this pursuit, because it is just something that you want to do. It's just something that you want to do. It's something that brings you joy simply by doing it. Not because of result, not because of reward. The reward is in the process, it's in the practice. And that's something that you're going to uncover as you allow yourself to continue walking the path and putting this into practice. And that's eventually when that passion is going to be reignited and returned back into your life in connection to what it is that you've been denying yourself from connecting with. All right, love. So let's go ahead and draw out some oracle cards. Oh, Spirit wants me to quickly talk about the symbolism here. So we do have, we have 7, 8, 9. We're going to skip 10, but we have 11, 12. All right, so taking steps. This is a journey where you're taking steps. And even though we start at 7, 8, 9, you know, it's not something that you're completely starting over from ground zero with. You do have knowledge, you do have skills, you do have experience in this pursuit. The thing is, you are just denying yourself of being able to have the fulfillment that this path can provide to you because you're attaching expectation to it. All right, you have this expectation of an end result or an end goal of what it can do for you, what it can bring to you, which is causing you to miss the actual point of what it's actually bringing to you as you're practicing it, as you're doing it, as you're working with it, which is that mental, emotional, and physical fulfillment in the here and now, not in the future. All right, so just know that it's a journey you're taking steps upon, but it doesn't mean that it's one that you have to start over from ground zero. You do have knowledge, wisdom, and experience in this pursuit. Apply it and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in the possibilities that can come of you just allowing yourself to entertain those intuitive pulls, those intuitive calls towards what it is that you really miss connecting with. All right, love, so we are pulling oracle cards from the Whispers of the Heart oracle deck. All right, these cards don't want to come out, and that was happening with the Fairy Tarot as well, which tells me that you're in this energy of wanting to stay wrapped up in a bubble. You want to stay close to home. There's a lot of resistance here that you're going to have to just push through. You're going to just have to move through it. It's going to be uncomfortable, but on the other side of that discomfort is where the healing, is where the passion can finally be rekindled into your life. Okay, so you have to get uncomfortable before you're going to feel comfortable with this past connection that you once had. It's not going to feel comfortable. You can't just jump back into where you left off because you are a different person. You have learned so much, you have grown so much, you have new perspectives about you, and you're going to have to work through some of those perspectives that you've taken on, such as around the assumptions and the expectations that you're holding or that you once held towards this path, which is why you got so far away from it, why you distance yourself from it. And so as you return to it, you're going to have to rewrite your beliefs and your rules and regulations around what this path is going to actually mean to you now. And remember, it's not about the end result. It's not about the reward, the expectation, or what could come of it. It's about what the path is offering to you in the moment as you're pursuing it, as you're practicing it. All right, so let's see what your cards are here. Okay, so we have 24, seek seclusion. Seek seclusion. Okay, stop asking everyone and everything for their thoughts and opinions on what you should do when it comes to this pursuit. We also have 47, grateful. All right, you might want to start a gratitude practice if you're not already. Okay, we also have 29, sincere relationships. Okay, so we have friendship coming up twice here. Sincere relationships. And then we have 28, mental repetition. Let's see. Okay, so you can kind of see that there. I don't want to cover these up too much. All right, so first off, seek seclusion. All right, you are working through a lot of energy in order to be able to fully align yourself with this long-held passion, all right? There are things that you're going to have to let go of, those expectations, those assumptions, but also the doubt and the disbelief. And so that's why you also have this grateful card here, is because you are being asked to recognize where you have this energy of positivity flowing into your life, where you have the energy of support in your life in connection to this pursuit that you have long put to rest, okay? So a practice that's coming up that's being recommended to you is to go into your memory bank and try to recall a time when you were pursuing this creative passion of yours, this creative pursuit of yours, whatever it is that you're wanting to pursue. Maybe it's a relationship. Go into your memory bank, and Spirit wants you to write this down, okay? Don't just think about it, but write it down. Get some pen and paper out and write down all the situations, experiences, lessons, knowledge, and wisdom that you can feel grateful for in connection to this purpose, in connection to this passion. Was there a time where somebody complimented you on something that you created? Was there a time that somebody witnessed the growth of your evolution in connection to this practice? Was there a time where somebody noticed how happy you were when you were practicing this, or when you were connecting with this person? Write it all down. Everything that comes to mind that just lights you up, something that was really positive. All right, Spirit wants you to get away from the doubt, from the negativity, from the lack, which is what you most likely are repeating in your mind. Okay, that's where that mental repetition is coming in, and it's preventing you from being able to rekindle the connection with this past pursuit that allowed you to feel a deeper sense of passion in your day-to-day life, in your everyday. All right, we want to replace the negative mental repetition with gratitude, with positivity. And so part of that is getting away from the doubters, from the naysayers, from the ones who are implicating disbelief upon you in connection to this experience and to this passion, to this pursuit. Another thing that's coming up for you here too, pile one, is, oh, the message got away from me. Oh, to protect the path. Okay, protect the path. So this is something that you are starting to rekindle, that you're starting to reconnect with. And as you start taking those steps towards actually practicing it, actually doing it every single day, Spirit wants you to be very mindful of who you share this experience with, okay? Only share it with people who are true friends, true soulmates, people who are in a sincere relationship with you, who want to see you succeed, who uplift you, who support you, no matter what it is that you choose to do in your life, okay? Do not share anything about you reconnecting with this pursuit with somebody who has let you down in the past, with somebody who has doubted you, with somebody who's questioned you and your choices, okay? This is not a path to be sharing with them, because we don't want to reinvite in that negativity or that mental repetition of negativity from someone or something outside of you. So Spirit's asking you to keep this close to yourself initially, but as you get going upon this path and you start reconnecting with this previous passionate pursuit of yours, you are going to want to have supportive connections who can uplift you and who can help guide you through this journey, who can share in the excitement of the success of you simply just returning to this purpose, to this pursuit, okay? So you want to keep it close to home and close to the connections that are going to reinforce positivity into your life, no matter what happens, no matter what you choose or decide when reconnecting with this pursuit. All right, let's see if anything else comes through, love, before we pull your last card. All right, so I'm really drawn to the 7 here. Yep, you also have 47 there, so 7s may be significant to you. If you're seeing 7s and like sequences of 7s, this is a sign that you are on the right path to keep going. All right, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. All right, we also have the sunflowers here. Sunflowers may be significant. We've got some red flowers here. They look like, they kind of remind me of poppies. I don't think these are poppies, but poppies could be significant to somebody. We also have books here, so you may be studying, expanding upon your knowledge, especially in connection to this pursuit. We also have pumpkins. Fall is just around the corner if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere with me. So pumpkins might be popping up everywhere. Maybe you're going to go get that pumpkin spice latte soon. All right, we also have the peacocks. All right, let yourself shine forward. We want to see the true you. We want to see what lights you up, and through you allowing yourself to reconnect with this previous passion of yours, you are going to be, what's the word? Like reignited with this overflowing energy of passion. So when you're connecting with something that is in alignment with who you truly are on a soul level, which is really what this reading is speaking to, there's something deep in your heart and soul that has been calling to you, begging you to pursue it, to invite it into your life every single day. You've just been denying yourself of that possibility because of X, Y, Z. But once you allow yourself to start practicing this, you are going to light up. You're going to come out of the darkness. You're going to have color re-envisioned back into your life. And you're going to finally be able to spread your peacock fan for the world to see. You're going to be no longer wanting to hide in the shadows. And you're just going to be telling everyone, this is who I am. This is what I've always meant to do. Why did I wait so long? And the world will follow suit. They will be supportive. They will be cheering you on. They will be excited to see what it is that you create and share and speak and do next. All right. And even if this is something that you don't want to share on a grand level, your immediate community will be excited in those ways. They will want to support you through this. They will kind of keep you in check. They'll be like, hey, you seem a little down. Have you been practicing that passionate pursuit of yours? And it will steer you back into reconnecting with that passion, because the energy of yourself, it won't lie. It will tell you. All right, so this card was going to come out, so we're going to take that one. All right, and this goes right in alignment with the gratitude here. So name all the things you love. Name all the things you love. And Spirit's coming in and they're saying, what is number one on that list? What's number one on that list? Okay, that's your passion. All right, but let's see what's on the back of this card, because I love this card so much. Are you ready? Are you one of them? Are you one of them? Did you name yourself first? All right, your mantra today is, I give myself all the love and attention I need. Give yourself all the love and attention you need. This journey is about you. It's about no one else but you. Even if this is about another relationship, because we did have the relationships cards coming up here, it's more so about you and what it is that you want. What it is that your heart is calling you to align with, to make time and space for in your everyday. Not once a month, not once a year, every day. All right, loves. So this is the last card for your reading. So we're about to close out your reading. And so what I really implore you to do is to please get out some pen and paper. Go through that gratitude practice that we talked about. Go into your memory bank. Recall all those positive experiences that you had in connection to this passionate pursuit of yours that's calling you to return to it. And then at the end of it, name all the things you love. And Spirit's coming in, they're saying, can you write down 10 things? 10 things you love. Just go write on the paper, number 1 through 10, and then fill it in. Name all the things you love. And make sure you're on there too. All right? But really zone in to what those things that you have recorded down that you're saying you love. Notice where and how you're making time and space for them every single day. And if you're not, ask yourself how you can start to make time and space for those things every single day. And if you can't start with every day, start with a week. right? Once a week, how can you make time and space for it? And you don't have to do all of them at once. Start small. Start with one. Pick the most important one, the one that this whole reading was about, and ask yourself, how can you give it 5 minutes every day? All right. And then next week, add in another one. Next week, add in a third one. All right, loves, you've got this. I'm really excited for you to rekindle this connection. I know it's going to be a bit of an emotional and mental challenge, but you have a support system. Lean on those true friends and soulmates when you're going through a challenging time with this experience. And don't forget to protect your ideas, protect the path forward. This is about you. It's not about anyone else. It's about you and your direct connection with what you truly love and want to experience in your day-to-day life. All right, loves, you've got this. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. To those of you who chose pile 1, if you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know, what is that number 1 thing that you wrote down on your list that you love? I would love to hear from you and to be of support to you as you rekindle this connection with your true purpose, with your true passion. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, loves, I do offer private readings. You just have to message me on Instagram at selfunity, and we can set up a private reading for you where I can offer you deeper one-on-one support with anything that you're working through at this time that you may need extra support upon. All right, loves, I thank you so much once again. I'm sending you so much love and healing energy. Wishing you a beautiful, blessed day. Until next time. Bye, love. Hello, love. Welcome into your reading. To those of you who chose pile 2. So if you selected pile 2, you were drawn to a 37 focus on the light. All right, love. So before we tap into what's coming through with your first card, we are going to pull your tarot cards out from the Lightseers Tarot deck just so we can get a full scope of what it is you need to know and receive in order for you to invite more passion into your life. All right, love. So while I'm shuffling the deck, if there is a situation or aspect in your life that you are hoping to invite more passion towards, go ahead and take a moment now to just think about that and set those intentions around which aspect of your life you would like to receive guidance upon. And if there's just a general situation in your life that you're hoping to receive more guidance and insight on, go ahead and take a moment now just to ask those questions and set those intentions, and trust that you will receive the guidance and answers exactly when you're meant to. All right, love. So let's see what your tarot cards are today. All right, so we have the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Also the Ace of Swords. All right. And we have 14, Temperance. Balance is a theme in these readings. All right. We also have 5, the Hierophant. All right. So let's see what's going on here. All right, loves. So what I'm seeing here is it's very likely that you have recently received a divine download. You've received divine insight to create something, to move forward with something. All right, I'm not getting a lot of insight as to what exactly this is, and I'm thinking that is because the energy of this path, of this pursuit, is divinely protected. It's between you and God. It's between you and Source. It's between you and yourself. Okay, this is an idea, a path, a pursuit that you are meant to keep very close to yourself right now. Okay, but what I am seeing is that this is something that you have prayed for. It's something that you have asked for. There is some aspect in your life where you are very likely feeling out of balance. Okay, there's something where, maybe you felt like a sense of lack in an area of your life, and you wanted direction as to how you can fulfill that energy of lack into an energy of abundance, into an energy of love or support. And the idea, the inspiration, the answers have now landed within your being, within your mind's eye. Okay, but now what Spirit's saying is you have a choice. Okay, you get to choose what you do with that inner guidance, what you do with the guidance that you have received within the depths of your own being. Are you going to move forward and follow the path that has been laid out to you, that has been presented to you? Or are you going to continue to allow yourself to stay in that energy of lack and wishing and hoping that somebody else will come in and save the day? The choice is ultimately up to you. Okay, so a big part of your reading and your guidance today is to make the choice. Okay, you have to choose. You have to choose to decide to follow the internal guidance that you prayed for, you wished for, you hoped for, that you have now received. You have to choose to honor the answers that you have been given, to honor the guidance that you have been given directly from source, directly from the divine. It has landed right within your own being. You have the answers within, and now you have to choose to follow it, to pursue it. Okay, now something that you might be getting hung up on is feeling as though you're not enough. Okay, I'm hearing that energy. You're just saying to yourself, I'm not enough, I'm not enough. What if I don't know enough? What if I don't have enough? What if this, what if that, what if this, what if that? Okay, you're just going in loops, denying yourself to move forward with the visions and the path that is now open for you to pursue. Okay, but we have the Hierophant here, which is reminding you that you have everything you need and that you are enough. You are the wise one when it comes to being able to bring yourself the fulfillment that you've been seeking, quite possibly outside of yourself. Okay, so where you've been feeling out of balance, it's almost like you've been placing this blame on things outside of you, things in the external. But now God, Spirit, your intuition is trying to help show you that this energy of lack of fulfillment is nothing that is taking place outside of you. It's something that has taken place from within you. All right, and so once you start to heed the guidance and to follow the path where you're being called to move towards, once you start focusing on the light that comes from within yourself, okay, that's when you'll start to see and start to bring healing and mending to those spaces within yourself where you feel that sense of lack, where you feel that sense of imbalance. Okay, there's nothing that you need to do in the external. It's more about you tapping in to the internal and moving from that space outwardly. All right, so again, there's something going on within yourself where you have received guidance from within, and so now you have to choose to follow that guidance in the external, and that's when things will start to make their way to a more balanced space. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I feel like your message is a little bit coded just because this energy is very protected, but Spirit's bringing forth the messages of guidance that you need to hear to help you to be able to move forward on this path and in the pursuit, the direction of being able to pursue where it is you're actually being guided towards and what it's going to do for you when you start to take those steps. Okay, but also just remember that you are enough, and this may be something that you're going to have to work through on a deeper subconscious level, but through you starting to just work with what you have, what's available to you now, work with what you know now, and just go from there, you will start to recognize that you are enough and that you have enough, just as you are right now. And miracles will abound from that, all right? You'll be able to see how you can take nothing or very few things that you have and make something beautiful from it, make something abundant from it, all right? You have the means, you have the ability. Think of it in terms of a seed. You know, we have this tiny little seed that we get to just plant in the dirt, give it a little water every day, make sure it has sunlight, make sure it's in the right spot that it wants to be in, nurture and nourish it every single day, and eventually it blooms into a beautiful flower that can produce fruit, or blooms into a beautiful big tree that can produce fruit, nuts. Maybe it grows into a vine and you get to pick veggies from it, okay? So just like that, there's something where you have very few things, but you can take those very few things and make something more, make something abundant from it. Okay, you do have enough. Okay, so before we pull your oracle cards, I want to circle this back around to how is this going to invite more passion into your life? This experience is going to allow you to invite more passion into your life through the pursuit of you following your intuitive, your internal guidance. So once you start walking upon this path, just like you'll start to come into the awareness that you are enough and that you have enough, you will also start to find a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment in the path itself, and also in the connection of your unique intuitive powers, your unique intuitive gifts. You'll find this deeper sense of trust in yourself, and it will naturally direct you towards only wanting to pursue and choose and connect with things and experiences and people that ignite that energy of joy and passion and fulfillment within your life. Okay, so this is almost like you're on the road, you're on the path to seeking greater joy, to creating balance, and to finding more meaning in your day-to-day life. Okay, so you're on the road there. It is a journey, but you will get there. You just have to keep moving forward. All right, love, so let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards. We are pulling oracle cards from the Whispers of the Heart deck. Okay, so something coming up in your reading is we have the 5. So we have the 5 here with the Hierophant, and then the 14, 1, 4 adds up to 5. So 5s are going to be significant to you on your journey. This could also just be confirmation for someone. Maybe you're seeing sequences of the number 5, 55, 555. And then I am also drawn to the owl here, and this crow just caught my eye. And then we also have this like math equation here as well. Okay, so any of those could be significant signs or symbols to you, right? Maybe you're gonna see an owl. Maybe the crows are following you around. Maybe they're talking to you, calling at you. Maybe they're leading you. I'm also seeing here where somebody's going to be seeing like symbols of the crow, just like on this card. Like maybe you'll see a sticker of a crow on a window somewhere, like at a business. They've got stickers on their windows, and it's just a sign for you to maybe like go in and check out that store. Or maybe you'll see like a sequences of crows where like you'll see a sticker here, and then you hear someone talking about the crows, and then you actually see a real crow, and it's like they're guiding you towards something. Okay, so just tune in and pay attention to what you were thinking about and what you were feeling exactly when you witness those crow symbolisms coming through. All right, and for some of you it could also be counter-crossing with the owl, but something about the crows are coming through more strongly. This could also be a sign that your ancestors are guiding you and communicating with you. Crows also represent that ancestral energy as well. Okay, and then we have the math equation here. So somebody could be working with mathematical equations, to figure something out, accomplish something. Maybe there's something you're trying to decipher, or maybe there's something like you're building and it takes a lot of time just working through the measurements and trying to get things exact in order for you to build whatever it is that you need to build and create. All right, and then the last two symbols, we have the sunflower here, which I'm also noticing there's like all these pine trees there, which is kind of reminding me of the Pacific Northwest in the US. So even like Canada, so somebody could be living there, maybe you live there now, or you're taking a trip there, planning to travel to that side of the world. All right, so then we also have the sunflower symbolism, and then the last one is the braid. All right, braids are also symbols of protection. So if you're feeling like you need a little extra protection, you may want to put a braid in your hair. Okay. All right, that was a lot of symbolism that we got through. So thank you for hanging out with me through that. They're just extra means of confirmation if you were drawn to pile 2. All right, so your oracle cards, we have 48 with unexpected. Unexpected, that's a really cool card. Really beautiful card there. Unexpected. All right, and then we have 47 with grateful. This came out in pile 1's reading. So if you were torn between pile 1 and 2, you might want to check out pile 1 as well. We also had some sunflower symbolism come up in that reading too. All right, and we have 9 with triggers. Triggers, you got all the bubbles. All right, and sometimes bubbles represent this energy of protection. So pile 2, put up your protection. Okay, so actually protection, this pile is protected, because remember, I was trying to get insight on what this divine ideas download is, and it is protected. You are protected in this idea. Keep it close to home. You already know that. You're already not talking about and sharing this with others. And so what's coming through with that is spirit. Okay, so you may really want to check out pile 1's reading, because we do talk about this in there as well, but yours is coming up a little bit differently. Okay, so I feel as though you are really keeping this idea, this divine download, this divine insight close to home, because you're trying to weigh out your options around how you best want to move forward with it. I'm also seeing that there could be this layer of shame, like we talked about, with the energy of feeling like you're not enough, or like you don't have enough to be able to fully move forward with this plan. And so you're kind of keeping it close to home as a means of protection of the idea itself. There could be this like subconscious fear of not wanting to have others overtake this idea from you, because maybe you're thinking that they have more than you. And then there's also that underlying fear of shame around feeling as though you're not enough, or that you don't have enough. Even though that's not true, this is still some energy that you're going to need to work through in order to be able to fully commit to and choose and pursue this path. And that's why we have this energy of focus on the light. Focus on what you actually want to happen. Focus on what you felt when this idea first landed in your lap. You very likely felt as though this was something that you knew you could achieve, and this idea was gifted to you because God, Source, your highest self, your angels, your ancestors, they know that you absolutely can achieve this. They wouldn't have gifted you with the divine insight about this idea if they didn't think you were possible of bringing it to life, of pursuing it, of creating it. This is your idea. This is a key point in your destiny. It may not be like your ultimate destiny, but this is something that you are meant to create, and it's like a stepping stone to getting into alignment with your divine destiny and purpose. This is like a key point to it, a key turning point for you. And this is coming in to help you heal all that energy that we talked about with the shame, the not feeling enough and not feeling like you have enough, and that energy of a lack as well. This is coming in to help you heal all of those wounds that you're holding on to, where you're feeling sort of out of balance, and will help you to restore the balance once you start realizing, and recognizing where you can make this work with what you have now, what is available to you now. And what else is coming through? Okay, what I'm trying to get to is, yes, it's important to keep this idea protected and keep it close to home, but there's also this need to recognize where you're trying to protect yourself because of that fear, the shame, and not feeling enough and not having enough, versus where you can possibly allow yourself to open up just a little bit about those deeper truths of what it is that you're actually going through that is preventing you from being able to fully align and choose to pursue this path so that you can restore the balance. So you may not have to necessarily share the ideas with others around you, but it's important to open up and to talk through where you're feeling blocked with being able to commit to and pursue this idea with others close to you. Okay, so open up about those triggers and where you're feeling a little bit imbalanced, where you're feeling of those as though there is lack and unfulfillment within your life and within the possibility of this path that you're wanting to align with. And through that, unexpected things will make their way to you. And so one of those unexpected things is once you start opening up to others about those deeper underlying subconscious beliefs that you're holding on to around not being enough, not having enough, you'll find that people are going to want to show up and help to provide you with the things, the love and the care and the nourishment that you need in order to be able to fully commit to the path that you're wanting to align with. So people are going to come in to want to actually help you to be able to create and pursue this idea. Even if you're not telling them what it is, just through you opening up and being vulnerable, I keep getting tongue-tied, being vulnerable about not having enough, not feeling as though you're enough or worthy or capable of doing this, they will show you exactly how worthy and capable of being able to do this that you are. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry I was getting a little bit tongue-tied because the messages are coming in so quickly for you here. But let's see what else comes through. All right, so we have the Grateful card here. I love how these cards are actually mirroring each other. Both, she's got her head looking up, she's got her head looking up. And so this is a sign to just keep your head up. Keep your head up, keep looking forward. Even here too, she's got her head up, she's got her head up, they're looking up. They are looking up. This is a sign that things are looking up. Where things have felt out of balance, they are now coming into a state of balance. And it's through you having done that deeper inner work to bring healing, to bring peace to these triggers and to those subconscious beliefs, and to finally choose what is going to bring you fulfillment, what is going to bring you joy, and to finally be honoring and following that intuitive calling where you have been receiving the guidance to move forward, to move towards something that will bring you a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment. All right, loves. Wow, we're already on our last card. Okay, let's pull our last card. Wow, yes, we've been going for 20 minutes. Your messages have been coming in so quickly and fluidly. Really beautiful energy. Really beautiful reading here. All right, love. So let's see your last card for inviting more passion into your life. What does pile 2 need to know? All right, this one is sticking out, and it says, am I willing? Are you willing? Are you willing? You are on the edge of something great. You're on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, what's going on? I'm getting tongue-tied. This is how excited you are. You're like so excited, you're getting tongue-tied. But then it's like there's this hesitancy here, okay, because of all that energy that we talked about, but we're clearing that out, okay? This is the energy you want to embody. All right, so yes, you are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Your soul action today. Be brave, follow your heart's compass, and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra, it's possible. It's possible. I want you to read this out loud to yourself. So screenshot this and read it out loud to yourself and affirm to yourself how possible this is. And know, as you already do, in your soul, in your intuition, your mind is the only one that needs convincing here, all right? Maybe your eyes, your vision, that this is possible. You wouldn't have been gifted this divine idea, this divine insight, this divine direction if it wasn't possible, if it wasn't meant to be for you. This is for you to pursue, for you to create, for you to breathe through, walk through, embody, envision. This is meant to be for you. And once you start to say yes to it, once you affirm to yourself that it's possible and you choose that this is what you want to do, and you start to focus on the light, you start to focus on the positivity and the possibility that could come of you pursuing this path, that's when those miracles of unexpected things are going to start to make their way towards you. That's when they're going to very naturally start to fall onto your path, and you'll see just how easy it is for you to commit to creating this experience that you've been envisioning for yourself, for you to move beyond those limitations that you've been placing upon yourself and this path. There are no limitations. The sky is limitless for you. The path forward is limitless for you. All you have to do is recognize that it is possible, that it is for you, and then choose for it. And through you choosing for it, that is how you will start to realign and reconnect with the energy of passion and gratitude and fulfillment and joy and peace, and restoring that balance that you've been seeking. All right, love. So that is it for your reading today. I thank you so much for tuning in. To those of you who chose pile 2, if you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below, my loves, letting me know that you chose pile 2. I love to hear from everyone which pile choices you were drawn to. And if you would like to book a one-on-one personal reading with me, I do offer personal readings. You just have to send me a message on Instagram at selfunity, and I will have a link in the description box down below for you to click on if you want to get in direct contact with me to book a one-on-one reading where we can go a little deeper and get exactly specific guidance to you, because these are general readings, so not everything may apply. As I always say, take what resonates, leave the rest. But yes, you can contact me on Instagram at selfunity and we can get you a personal reading. But I thank you so much once again to those of you who were drawn to pile 2. It has been an honor reading for you, my loves. I'm wishing you a beautiful, blessed day. Until next time, bye, love. Hello, love. Welcome into those of you who are drawn to pile 3. So if you chose pile 3, you are drawn to the card number 9. What do you feel? What do you feel? All right, love. So we are going to set your initial card aside because we are going to start off by pulling all your tarot cards. And we are using the Tarot of the Divine today. So while I'm shuffling, loves, go ahead and take a moment to ask any questions or set any intentions around what aspect of your life you would like to invite more passion towards, all right? So what aspect of your life would you like to invite more passion towards? Or if you want to keep it general, you can. We're just going to tap in today to see how you can invite more passion into your life. All right, so what does pile 3 need to know? All right, so let's see what we have here. Oh, we have the 10 of Cups. All right, we love that. 10 of Cups. We also have the King of Wands. We've got some very positive tarot cards. 2 of Swords. All right, these readings are all about balance and choice today. We also have Page of Cups, and we have lots of pages coming out. All right, so let's see what's going on here. All right, so Spirit is asking you to slow down. I know we have the King of Wands here, which is this very fast energy. But what I'm getting here, especially with the What Do You Feel card, is there is this need to slow down and recognize what is available to you now and what is currently present in your life. Because I'm feeling here for pile 3, if you were drawn to pile 3, it's very likely that you have almost been looking at things with this energy of a double-edged sword. So it's like you see things for what they are on the surface level, and you're able to attach this energy of positivity and joy and fulfillment fulfillment to it. But on the other side of it, I'm also seeing this energy of recognizing that maybe it's not enough and you're constantly wanting to get to the next thing. So it's like you accomplish a goal and you're like, great, let's get to the next thing. Okay, we accomplished that. Great, what's next? What's next? Or you're just like constantly trying to elevate into something more and not taking time to slow down and recognize and appreciate the present moment for what it is now. And you're not taking a moment to reflect on the journey that it took in order for you to be able to get to where you're at now. You're just constantly like trying to elevate, trying to grow, trying to be better, trying to do better, trying to get to the next thing, the next experience. And it's causing you to feel a bit depleted and to feel also unappreciative from other people around you, but it's because you're not appreciating yourself and the journey that you have had to walk upon to get to where you're at now. And there's like also that lack of appreciation for what's available and what's present in your life right now. So once again, there's this need to just really slow down, slow way down. All right, reference here, the tortoise and the hare. You need to stop being the hare and start being the tortoise. All right, we even have the hare here with the red rope. He's trying to wrap this red string around her and he's going to trip her. You're moving too fast. Don't get tripped on the journey there. All right, don't get tripped up on the journey there, because that's what's happening. There's this need to just take a step back and reflect on how you want to view these experiences that you are moving through right now, and how do you want to feel when you reach the end of each journey, each goal that you have set for yourself. Do you want to just be rushing through it, or do you want to take some time to celebrate the accomplishments that you have achieved so you can enjoy what you've actually accomplished, what you've actually done, what you just moved through? Obstacles and victories overall, they both deserve a moment of reflection. They both deserve a sense of celebration, a sense of recognition. All right, love, so your message is really clear cut, very straight to the point. I'm even embodying this energy where Spirit's just like, that's the message. Slow down. Slow down. So let's see if we can get a little more here, because Spirit's just like, yep, you need to sit down, you need to slow down. And I almost, like, when I'm saying that too, you may be very tempted to like click away and to just move on to the next thing. So stop, just stop doing that. Like, almost like get off your phone, turn the headphones off, turn the Bluetooth off, turn the TV off, because you're just trying to distract yourself in your moment of peace. Like, you have a moment of peace before you have to jump back into something and busy yourself with something, because there's this next goal that you have to achieve. But Spirit's saying, no, when you have a moment of peace, give yourself that moment of peace to come back to yourself and to recognize how you actually feel, what you're actually thinking, and to just show appreciation for the time that you have to be with yourself, and to reflect on all that you've accomplished just in this day alone, maybe in the previous weeks, the previous months, the previous year as well. But I'm seeing you're so busy in your day-to-day that you don't even make time to just slow down and recognize where you have accomplished so much in just this one day. All right, love, so let's talk a little bit about the symbolism. So we do have the hare here, tortoise and the hare. I feel that you may have an affinity for the hares and the bunny rabbits because you like to be in this go, go, go energy. I'm also picking up on very strong fire signs here, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. All right, maybe also a Taurus coming in there. Taurus and a Scorpio as well. Okay, so any of those signs may be in your big three, your sun, moon, or rising, or this could also be in connection to a relationship, just because we have that 10 of Cups there as well. All right, then we also have this King of Wands. This is like a peacock crossing over with a Phoenix rising energy. So you're somebody who really likes to put yourself out there. You're very confident. You like to be on the go, 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 showing off, doing your thing, showing others what you're capable of doing. And so I am seeing here too that you may also have this underlying belief that if you allow yourself to slow down, that you are not doing enough, you're not being enough, that nobody's going to recognize you, nobody's going to love you. And so when you come into this space of stillness and slowing down with yourself, Spirit is asking you to let go of that need for external validation or for somebody to sort of gas you up or give you external affirmations, and just know that you can give that to yourself in those moments of stillness too. It has to come from within you first before it will even land or resonate within you when it comes from someone or something outside of you. Okay, so other symbolisms here. We have the mermaids here. This is most likely, this deck is based on like fairy tales and folk tales from around the world. And so this could be associated with the Little Mermaid. But I'm also getting like Neptune, the god Neptune coming up as well. So you may also want to look into where Neptune is at in your chart, which house it is in, and which sign is in your Neptune, and just read up a little bit on that. That could also give you a little bit deeper insight on how you have this strong sense of need to like jump into things just very simultaneously. Like you don't allow yourself to have a moment to catch your breath, to slow down and to reflect, and it's very likely because of a placement with your Neptune sign. Okay, that may not resonate with everyone, so just check into it if you're actually feeling called towards it, if it resonates with you on an intuitive level. But that could give you a little bit deeper insight and guidance on how you can better slow down and come into a place of stillness and reflection to be able to celebrate and just reflect all that you've already accomplished, all that you've already moved through. All right, last symbolism here, we have the apple and the orange. We also have the earth here with some sacred geometry, but apples and oranges, that could be very significant to somebody. Maybe it's your favorite fruit or a child's favorite fruit. That's all I'm getting from it. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards now, pile 3. So we are pulling oracle cards from the Whispers of the Heart oracle deck. So let's see. Let's get one more. All right. All right, so we have 42 with unconditional love. Unconditional love. Pile 3, I'm really feeling as though if you were drawn to pile 3, it's very likely that you have children. All right, and yeah, look at that. We have 29 with sincere relationships. All right, and we also have 1 with receive healing. Receive healing. All right, pile 3, you know what I'm going to say. Slow down and be still. It's time to be still with your family, with your close relationships, with your children, with your grandchildren, with your grandparents, with your aunties, with your uncles, with your best friend. It's time to slow down and just be still, to celebrate, to allow yourself to reflect on how you're feeling now versus how you want to feel. What's actually going to bring you a deep sense of emotional fulfillment and joy? Are you going to achieve it by constantly working and moving towards the next thing? Or are you going to achieve and receive that fulfillment, receive that healing, that inner joy, that unconditional love through slowing down and celebrating all that you've already achieved and where you're already at? Your reading is really giving this energy of taking a moment to recognize and appreciate that where you're at right now is where your past self once prayed to be, once asked to be. Have you taken a moment to celebrate for that past version of you and to recognize that where you're at now is where you once wanted to be? You've made it. Your past self has made it. You're there now. And even though you may want to go even further, it doesn't mean that you can't take time to slow down and just celebrate where you're at right now. All right, loves. And so through you surrendering to the stillness, surrendering to the joy and the fulfillment that already exists in your present life, this is exactly how you're going to be able to restore that energy of passion back into your life. I feel as though you're already a very passionate person, but the intention of this reading is to invite more passion back into your life with intention, with true intention of receiving this energy of passion and connection to the energy of unconditional love. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is through you surrendering to the truth and the recognition of where you're at now and how you can take a moment to slow down and to celebrate that, to honor it, and to just embody it and be with it. Be with those who are close to you, where you're at now, where they're at now, to just find joy and fulfillment and peace in those present moments. All right, love. So let's go ahead and pull your last card now. So we are going to pull one last card from this deck here. This is the self-awareness card deck. Your reading kind of flew by, but it's because your message is just very clear that it's time for you to be still. And Spirit wants you to get off the tech and be present. So we are doing a quick reading here for pile 3. All right, so what's pile 3's last card? Okay, so you have 2 that came out. All right, so your first one, do you know all of your strengths and are you using them? Do you know all of your strengths and are you using them? So what's coming through with this card? We'll read what's on the back, but what's coming through with this right now is it's very likely that you are missing sight of your strengths, of your true inner strengths, because you are masking them with this energy of needing to have this deeper sense of urgency on the surface level. Like you constantly think, or you're thinking that you constantly need to be on the go, 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 need to be on the elevate, 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 need to be on the next, need to get there, need to get there, need to go there, need to do that, need to do this. And there is a greater strength that you're going to uncover when you let all of that go and you just be still with yourself and come into that space of reflection. You'll find that there is a greater strength that you are missing sight of or that you have forgotten about in the busyness and the rushing and the urgency. So you'll find a greater strength that you're forgetting about when you allow yourself to slow down and come back to those more fulfilling and important connections in your life through a sense of peace and stillness and slowness and surrender. All right, so let's see what this says here. So this says, we all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. Your soul action today. Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? All right, so what's coming through with this? I was picking up on that energy around somebody tuning into pile 3 likely has children, or you have younger people in your life who really look up to you. And so Spirit is asking you to again slow down and reflect on how those younger individuals in your life look up to you? If you were in their shoes, how would you see yourself based on the choices, the decisions, the movements, the practices you partake in today? And also the connections in your life as well too. What connections do you prioritize over others? And what does that mean in terms of what are you modeling to them in connection to this energy of strength and being a super mom, being a super dad, a super auntie, or super teacher? What are you modeling to them through the ways in which you move about this world, the ways in which you move about your day to day, and the ways in which you say things or yearn to achieve things, and how you celebrate or don't celebrate those experiences and situations, or how you reflect on them or don't reflect on them? How and what are you modeling to those younger individuals that are looking up to you based on how you're operating right now? And how can you shift or bring transformation to the ways in which you would like to better or bring a greater sense of stillness towards them? All right, so let's see what your other card is here. So this one's about money. All right, what do you believe about money? Do your beliefs match your dreams? What do you believe about money? Do your beliefs match your dreams? So let's see what this says on the back. How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole of you and your purpose. Your soul action today: take a deep dive in your belief system around money. Are there any beliefs you need to upgrade or downgrade to create the results you are wanting most in your life? Write out your money story. Is it time for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because blank. Alright, love. So Spirit is asking you to journal out all of your answers to these questions. And what I'm seeing here for pile 3 is, because your reading was not heavily focused on money and your relationship with money and your beliefs about money, what's coming through around this is it's very likely that some of those things that you're trying to elevate to, trying to get to the next thing, is connected to money or career in some way. It's connected to external, physical manifestation or materialism. It could be connected to trying to get a bigger house, trying to get a bigger car, a better car, your dream house, trying to get all these things, these material objects, okay? And so Spirit wants you to work through your beliefs about money in relation to the connection that it has to your dreams, because what I'm seeing here is it's very likely that you're constantly trying to focus on getting to the next thing, getting to the next level, because you're again focusing on that surface level needs of materialism, and you're missing the sight of what you're actually trying to achieve in the underlying subconscious truth, the underlying subconscious beliefs, such as that energy of unconditional love, inner emotional fulfillment, receiving healing, receiving deeper, honest, sincere connections and relationships, wanting to feel good, wanting to feel fulfilled. All right, but you're going to miss sight of that if you're just constantly trying to jump into the next thing and not taking a moment to reflect on if that next thing is actually something that you want to move towards in the moment that you're at now, or if you're needing to just take a moment to pause and to celebrate what you've just accomplished. And maybe if you're needing to reflect on the path forward and recognize whether or not you need to pivot and maybe choose a different goal, choose a different path, choose a different dream, you will miss sight of that opportunity if you don't take a moment to slow down, to come into stillness, to celebrate the relationships that are present in your life now, and to celebrate just what is available to you in your life now in this present moment, and to also reflect on and recognize and celebrate how far you have come okay? So Spirit's really encouraging you to journal out your answers to these questions. Take a screenshot of this here, and take a screenshot of these questions here, and fill in that blank there. Fill in the blank, I'm grateful to money because. Answer these questions. All right, loves. So that is your message for today. That's your guidance for today on how you can invite more passion into your life. This is going to also help you find and see where the emotional fulfillment you're seeking outside of you already exists in your current reality, in your current connections, your current relationships with others and with yourself. All right, love. So I thank you so much once again. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below letting me know that you chose pile 3. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I do offer one-on-one readings. You just have to send me a message on Instagram at selfunity, and we can chat on there and set up a personal reading for you if that's something you're interested in. I can offer you deeper one-on-one support with anything that you're working through at this time. All right, loves, I thank you so much once again. I'm wishing you a beautiful, blessed day. Until next time, bye, love. Hello, love. Welcome into your reading to those of you who chose pile 4. So if you were drawn to pile 4, you chose the card and number 3 with inspiration. This is such a beautiful card, and I've actually worked with this deck for quite a long time, and I don't know that I have ever drawn this card. And so it's really exciting. We get to tap into the energy of this card together for the first time. All right, loves. So for your reading today, we are tapping in to receive messages of guidance and insight on how you can best invite more passion into your life. So what we're going to do is we are going to start off by pulling your tarot cards from the Cozy Witch Tarot deck, just so we can get a full overview of what it is that you can expect to be working with as you invite more passion into your life. So if there's a specific aspect in your life that you would like to invite more passion towards, go ahead and take a moment now to set that intention. And if there's just a situation overall, something you're working through right now that you would like to get a little insight on, a little direction towards, go ahead and take a moment now to set those intentions, ask those questions, and trust that you will receive the guidance exactly when you are meant to. All right, let's get one more card. This deck is shuffling so nicely. Oh, you have 2 cards. All right, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords. Stop overthinking and just do it. We also have the 10 of Cups. Okay, but sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. 10 of Cups just came out in pile 3's reading as well. We also have the 5 of Swords. You can't be right all of the time. And let's see, we had these 2 come out together. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, what an abundant opportunity. And we have the 3 of Swords. It's okay to cry. Let's see. I don't think we're going to get it to fit. So, we'll put these 2 down here for now, since they came out together. All right, love. So let's see what's going on here. So what I'm seeing is it's very likely that you have recently received inspiration to pursue something, to move forward with something that you know has the potential to bring you joy and to bring you abundance. All right, this is a very lucrative new possibility for you. Okay, but we have a lot of Swords energies, and these are not the greatest, most exciting, most fulfilling swords that we want to get. And so what I'm seeing is you are allowing yourself to get hung up on the doubts of this situation working out in your favor. And I'm also seeing that it's very likely that you have already put in energy, time, and effort towards pursuing this inspirational path, this inspirational pursuit that you know has the potential to bring you joy, to bring you fulfillment, emotionally, mentally, and physically. But I'm seeing that it's very likely that you have received like rejection letters, or you haven't been getting callbacks, or there's just some means of obstacles that keep popping up along the way as you're making your way down this path of pursuit. There's just like things just keep going wrong, and it's causing this energy, this influx of doubt to start to creep in. All right. But with these swords cards as well, we have very positive affirmations coming in. So we have, stop overthinking and just do it. Keep doing it. Keep working at it. Know that you can't be right all of the time. And I'm going to take it further than that too. Know that you are not meant for everyone, and not everyone is meant for you. So there may also need to be a perspective shift around the rejection letters, around the obstacles, in terms of recognizing that those rejections, those obstacles are a means of protection. It wouldn't have worked out, or you would have received a deeper hit of rejection or denial, or a deeper obstacle that would have caused you way more regret if it had worked out the first time around. Okay, so there is this need to shift your perspective around those obstacles, around those roadblocks, as being a means of protection, and being a means of needing to just pivot, needing to just try again, needing to just keep working at it. All right. Spirit saying to cry it out. When you get that initial hit of something gone wrong, cry it out, feel it out, get mad, get frustrated, but then get back to it. Get back to work. Throw your tantrum and then get back to it. Just like a kid. When a kid has a tantrum, they throw, they scream, they thrash, they kick, they punch the air, they do whatever they can to get that energy out, and then boom, they're back to watching TV, boom, back to playing their games. Like it never happened. Okay, so that's also the energy that you're being guided to embody here, is to feel out whatever you're feeling in the moment, when you have an obstacle, when you have a roadblock, when you have someone doubting you, when you have someone saying no to you, and then just get back to it. Try again. Try in a different way. Look at it from a different perspective. Ask someone else. Seek out a different person to work with. Seek out somebody else to assess it, to reflect on it, to give you their input. Okay. All right. So let's see what else is coming through here, because I feel like we're very surface level here with your messages that are coming through. Okay. So yeah, I feel like your message is just very straightforward, very to the point, around you needing to just keep working at it, keep following that inspirational flow and idea, and just know and trust that it may not work out the first time, but as long as you keep working at it, eventually it is going to pay off, and you will be shown the path forward in terms of where those abundant opportunities are going to be able to align and come into your life for you. All right, love. So some messages of insight around this inspiration that is coming through, that may be a confirmation for somebody, is that this is likely about somebody maybe writing a book or creating something that is just requiring you to write something. So maybe you're trying to get your work published in magazines or on professional websites, companies who have like a online ebook publication or magazine publication or something like that. There's also this lady here holding her phone. So maybe you're trying to start a business through your phone, or you're making sales on your phone. Like maybe you're constantly on your phone trying to make sales to people. And it's just what I'm seeing in terms of either one of those is you're just getting a lot more no's than you're getting yeses. And in both of those situations, there is going to need to be this edge of resilience. Whether you resonate with that or not, no matter what your situation is that you're trying to move forward with, either way, there's going to need to be this edge of resilience where you're building up this resilience to accept that this path is going to come with more rejection than it's going to come with people actually saying yes to you. But it doesn't mean that you're never going to get that yes. You are going to get that yes, and it's very likely that you've already gotten 1, 2, 3 yeses. Okay, it's very likely that you've already received yeses. You're just getting hung up on the fact that there is more no's than there is a yes. Okay, and so there's this need to just recognize that that's part of the path, and it's okay. It has nothing to do with your personal identity of worth and capability and ability to make this path work for you. And it doesn't mean that you have to throw everything away and turn to something new, because you have the Ten of Cups and you have the Ace of Pentacles, which again is affirming that this path does have the possibility to bring you that emotional fulfillment and lucrative abundant opportunities. Okay, you just have to keep working at it. Stop overthinking and just do it. Just focus on what you can do in the present moment. Don't get hung up on the past. Don't get hung up on what just happened 5 minutes ago. Just focus on what needs your attention in order for you to continue to accelerate and grow within this path. Okay? All right, love. So let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards now. But you know, the symbolism here of the Dalmatian caught my eye. So somebody could have a Dalmatian dog, or a dog that looks like a Dalmatian. I'm also seeing like a pit bull type dog. There's another one. Oh, like a French bulldog, like a bulldog, or even a Saint Bernard is coming through. Very specific there. And then we also have the pigeons here, which is catching my eye. So maybe you see a lot of pigeons, or you live in a city where there's like just a lot of pigeons there. So pigeons may be significant to somebody as well. Maybe someone's taking a trip to the beach, building sandcastles, having fun in the sand. I'm seeing somebody like getting buried in the sand as well, like just to have fun. Okay. Also going out for drinks. Maybe you need like a night out, just going out with your friends. Maybe even having like professional like business meetings, but at a local bar, or over dinner, like going to a fancy dinner. Maybe you're trying to take a client to like a high scale dinner, upscale dinner, to impress them. And so you're like getting drinks and just kind of having a good time, but it's also a professional meeting, so you're also keeping it a little bit more low-key than if you were out with your friends. All right, and then we have the Cups of Coffee here, and I'm actually getting a cautionary with that. You know, just be mindful about how much caffeine you're consuming, because this may put a bit of a damper on your ability to actually get things done with a means of success and clarity. Like, you don't want the caffeine to overtake you. All right, of course you don't want to be too tired, but just don't be like getting so sucked into like what you're working on, or getting so sucked into that energy of feeling down and depleted that you're just like chugging cups of caffeine one after the other. It's like you get free refills and you just keep going to the counter because you're so excited that they're giving you free refills. Just be mindful about what you're consuming as well, or put some glasses of water in between the cups of coffee. All right, love. So let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards now. So we are pulling oracle cards from the Whispers of the Heart Oracle deck. So let's see. What does pile 4 need to know? Okay. All right, so we have 30 with awareness. Awareness. Self-awareness is needed on this path that you are pursuing. We also have 43, respect. Yes, you have to respect yourself. You have to respect the path forward. If you don't, those people that you're trying to do business with, those people that you're trying to get yeses from, will not give you what it is that you're needing, because there's this lack of respect and authority that you're implicating over yourself and what it is that you're pursuing. We also have 32 with sleep. All right, another cautionary around that caffeine. Don't take so much caffeine that you are allowing yourself to lose out on precious sleep, because that is going to overwhelm you, and that is going to prevent you from being able to accept those harder challenges and obstacles that you're having to overcome around this path that you are pursuing. So like when you get those no's, if you're downing too much coffee and not getting enough sleep, it's going to weigh a lot heavier on you that you had to face all that rejection before you get any yeses. Okay, and that's also going to put a damper on your ability to have this deeper sense of self-awareness and respect and authority over yourself and what it is that you're presenting to these companies or to these individuals that you're trying to work with, that you're trying to align with. So prioritizing sleep and recognizing your caffeine consumption, that is going to be very specific for somebody tuning in. Okay, so if that doesn't resonate with you, just let it go, move on to the next thing that does. All right, something else was coming in around sleep. Oh, with the caffeine as well. Recognize what time you're drinking caffeine as well. All right, so if you drink it later in the day, it may be a little bit harder for you to fall asleep at night because you're drinking it too late in the day. All right, so just a little helpful tip there if somebody's struggling with getting precious sleep in the evenings. All right, we also have this little tiny baby here in the middle of the awareness deck. So I feel this is more symbolic to someone that you are giving birth to something new. You're aligning with a new path based on this insight of inspiration that you have received from within yourself, or you've just received this inspiration from something outside of you, but it connected a bridge for you to start to pursue something that you're feeling deeply connected to. This is a path that you want to succeed because you feel very passionate about it. You feel that through you aligning with this path, with this pursuit, bringing this inspiration to life, through your creative ventures, through your business sales, through your communication with others, you feel that this is going to invite more passion into your life. But something that's coming through is Spirit wants to remind you that it's not the success that's going to invite that passion into your life. It's the connection with the path itself that is going to allow you to feel that deeper sense of passion towards what it is that you're doing. You won't be able to really enjoy the fruits of your labor, that success that you're working towards, if you don't feel passionate about the path that you're on now and trying to align yourself to getting to that end result, to that end success that you're working towards. So Spirit's really asking you to also reflect on why you have chosen to be on this path to begin with. Is it because you're seeking fulfillment from something outside of you, or is it because you truly feel fulfilled when you're working along this pathway to getting to that end result, to that end goal that you're working towards? Because if you don't find fulfillment in it now, in the journey to getting to that end reward, to that end result, then you're not going to be able to even enjoy the success that you're working towards. So there does need to be some reflection and remembrance around why you've chosen to align with this path to begin with, and to develop a deeper sense of respect for the work that you're putting towards this path, what you're exerting towards this path into overcoming these obstacles, these setbacks, but also towards the successes that you're finding along the way as well. And this will help you to rekindle that flame of passion towards what it is that you're working with every single day as you commit to and connect to this path that you're hoping will eventually bring you this emotional and abundant fulfillment within and without, but it has to start from within. All right, loves, let's see if anything else comes through here. I'm just so drawn to this awareness card. I feel here with the awareness card, it's like you're just spending so much time in your head, which makes sense because we have all these swords here, which represent the mind, represent the mental awareness there. You're spending so much time caught up in your mind, overthinking things, getting hung up on the past experiences. And by past experiences, I even mean things that happened 5 minutes ago. You're just getting so hung up on those past experiences, past situations where things didn't go according to plan, things didn't go right, your expectations weren't met, that you're losing sight of what's available to you now and what you do have power and control over now. And you're also losing sight of really remembering why you're choosing to connect and pursue this path to begin with. And so there does need to be this deeper sense of awareness in your direct connection with what you're working through right now, and not just constantly trying to get to the next thing. All right? Not just trying to constantly get to the next yes, or not just constantly trying to receive external validation from someone outside of you. When you already know what you're capable of, but you have to give yourself that sense of self-respect and that deeper sense of awareness and trust in yourself and what it is you're creating and what it is that you're pursuing. Because once again, it can't come from outside of you. No one's going to believe you. No one's going to say yes to you if you don't believe in this path yourself, if you don't believe in yourself for yourself. All right, something else was coming through. Oh, around mind-body connection. So some of you as well, because you're getting so hung up in your mind, you're overthinking things constantly. There is a bit of a disconnect from you being able to connect with your intuition and really hear it. And so Spirit's also guiding you to slow down a bit so you can return to your body, so you can get out of your mind. That's why we had that message around the caffeine consumption and the need to sleep, the need to rest. So if you can, Spirit's actually coming in and they're saying, you know, if you can, to try to do a caffeine detox. All right, please know I'm not a doctor, so always consult your doctor for you know, nutrition, medical advice, things like that. But this is just coming through very organically, spiritual guidance here, to consider taking a caffeine detox just for 1 to 3 days, so that you can return to a space where you are connecting with your body, with your intuition, and so you can rest, so you can get a deeper rest in the evenings, and maybe even like an afternoon nap or something like that. And this will help you to be able to invite in a deeper sense of clarity and connection with yourself and your body, and with the path moving forward, and where you're getting hung up on those thoughts where you're like overthinking things and not seeing things clearly for what they are, such as that energy of protection that we talked about. Rejection is protection, redirection is a protection. Okay, so just something to think about. All right, love, so let's go ahead and pull your last card now. So we're going to pull one last card from the self-awareness card deck here. So let's see, what is pile 4's last card? All right, who are you ready to forgive? Who are you ready to forgive? Forgiveness. All right, so let's see what's on the back. I am not what happened to me. I am who I choose to become. Carl Jung. Is it time to let go, forgive, and move onward? Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become, and how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? Your soul action today: write a forgiveness letter, then practice Ho'oponopono prayer today while thinking of the person you are ready to forgive. And this is the Ho'oponopono prayer. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. It's best to practice the Ho'oponopono prayer 3 to 4 to 5 times in a row. Like, just constantly keep saying it to yourself over and over, because that is when you will be able to invite in this energy of release around actually embodying the energy behind the prayer. Okay, but I'm also going to encourage you to, yes, write a forgiveness letter to yourself or to whoever you need to forgive. And ultimately, even if you're writing this to somebody else, you don't have to mail it. You're just writing this for yourself so you can ignite that energy of forgiveness back into your life so that you are able to move forward with this deeper sense of self-respect and awareness for your path moving forward. Okay. And something else that's coming up with this forgiveness card too is, for some of you, I wasn't fully picking up on it in the majority of your reading, otherwise we would have talked about it. But something else that's coming through with this too is, a lot of you may have recently moved on from a previous connection where you were doing what it is that you're pursuing now. It's just that somebody rejected you, or they let you go, or you had to quit because external circumstances that were beyond your control, or that you were no longer resonating with. And so you did accept this energy of self-respect for yourself, and this energy of awareness that it was time to move on from something, or somebody may have implicated it upon you, but you're still holding on to that past energy. And so that's why we have this card of forgiveness, asking you to take a moment to just reflect on that previous experience and to invite in this energy of forgiveness towards it, so that you are able to move forward on this path in seeking that energy of emotional fulfillment and new abundant opportunities to come in and take the place of where it doesn't exist at the moment, or where you're unable to see that it currently exists. Okay? All right, loves. So that is it for your reading today. I know your messages were a little bit heavier, so take care when you're working through and integrating these messages that came through in your reading today. All right, loves, I thank you so much once again. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below letting me know that you were drawn to pile 4's reading. I love to hear from you all and see which pile choice you were drawn to. And if you would like to receive deeper insight or support as you work through this energy or a different situation that's going on in your life at the moment, I do offer one-to-one personal readings. You just have to message me on Instagram at selfunity, and we can set up a one-to-one reading for you. All right, loves, I thank you so much once again, and I'm wishing you a beautiful, blessed day. Until next time, bye, love.